Bonding over boundaries, setting limits to grow together. In an increasingly globalized world, where interactions between cultures, countries and individuals are intensifying, the notion of uniting across borders takes on a profound meaning. However, for this union to be fruitful and lasting, it is essential to set clear and respectful limits. This balance between openness and limits allows us not only to grow together but also to respect each other's identity and needs. The importance of coming together. In many areas, such as the economy, ecology and public health, challenges know no borders. The COVID-19 pandemic is a striking example of this, illustrating the extent to which our destinies are interconnected. Joining forces across borders is not just a romantic ideal, but a pragmatic necessity if we are to respond effectively to global crises. This union makes it possible to share resources, knowledge and innovations, fostering a coordinated and powerful response to common challenges. Limits, a need to grow together. However, this openness to the world must not be at the expense of cultural, social or personal identities. Limits are essential to preserve the integrity of nations and individuals. They enable diversity to be respected and ensure that the union is equitable and respectful of differences. In this context, setting limits means establishing clear rules for cooperation, mutual respect and balanced exchange. How do you set these limits? The key to setting effective limits lies in dialogue and negotiation. It involves creating a space where each party can express its needs, fears and expectations. It also means recognizing and respecting the limits of others. For example, in international trade agreements, it is important to consider the impact on local economies and the environment, so as not to compromise sustainable development in the name of economic growth. The benefits of a union that respects limits. When boundaries are well defined and respected, union becomes a source of wealth. It stimulates innovation by encouraging the exchange of practices, ideas and skills. It also builds relationships based on trust, strengthening long-term cooperation. Finally, by recognizing the value of diversity, it enriches our understanding of the world and promotes inclusive growth. Success stories. Initiatives such as the European Union show that it is possible to unite while respecting the specific characteristics of each member. Despite its challenges, the EU has succeeded in creating an area of free trade and political cooperation while preserving the sovereignty and cultures of its member states. On the environmental front, international agreements such as the Paris Climate Agreement illustrate how nations can work together to combat global warming, while taking into account the specific needs and capabilities of each country. Towards a united and respectful future, the future calls on us to strengthen our ability to unite across borders, while setting limits that respect and value diversity. This requires political will, civic commitment and openness to dialogue. By working together, sharing our resources and knowledge, while respecting our differences, we can build a fairer, more sustainable and prosperous world for all. In conclusion, uniting across borders while setting respectful limits is a complex but necessary challenge. It requires a delicate balance between openness and respect for individuality. By establishing clear rules for cooperation, we can foster shared growth that benefits everyone, without sacrificing what makes us unique. This requires a deep understanding of global and local issues, and a willingness to work together for the common good.